Hope you're all doing well during this Christmas season and taking it slow like I am today. As I said in one of my little shorts this morning, don't let the Christmas baubles fool you. I'm still in the spirit, but today is definitely a down day. I had quite a busy day yesterday, out running around, went to the Dollar Tree, had to do some food shopping, and something else I can't even remember. But the day before was the biggest day of all, and I'm going to show you because Moosey's world is all back to what it was. Yes, the hospital bed is gone. All the other paraphernalia that went with it, the porta potties and no, we kept the wheelchair because it's ours, but the walkers and bedside tables and you name it, it's gone from the cottage. So Matthew and Cindy, as I told you, have a DME business. And they both came in the day before yesterday. So what would that have been? Saturday. And as you know, Matthew had his gallbladder out and was in the hospital, and his daughter had her appendix out. They were having quite a bit of time prior to that for several weeks. So he had to rest up, and he's pretty much back to normal again, busy as heck. And he and Cindy did the job by themselves. Honestly, that Cindy is amazing. She right away knew how to start unscrewing the bed and everything. She is such a part of this business and probably knows how to do all that stuff like any man would. So when they first came up, they did bring us some lunch. We sat down and had a chat with both of them, and then they got busy. And in their van, they had our sofa. Now, this sofa you've seen before, and it's very, very heavy because it's a recliner. It's a love seat, two reclining electric. So it's extremely heavy. And Matthew and Cindy handled that on their own. Honestly, it took hours. Now, this is a rabbit hole story that I'm telling you because there's more to it. But they struggled. I tried to call Colleen, but nobody was home. I couldn't get Aiden. There was no one else around to help. And I thought, why don't you just leave it outside? Nope, they wanted to keep going. They took some furniture out of the hallway down there, finally got it in, and they were exhausted. Meanwhile, I had thought I had lost my keys. And I was trying to find my keys, always hang them up on a hook there. And in my mind, I thought I had them in my hand when they arrived to go out and move my car so that they could back their van up. And I thought, well, maybe I left them outside. I left them here, there. Well, we all spent the 3 hours looking for my keys. You know how that is. Couple of prayers to St. Anthony, and I must have left them in the shed or outside on one of those boxes that we've dragged out, the Christmas stuff. Looked in the closet, next to the bed, the bathroom. Matthew even dumped the garbage upside down. I mean, this is a rabbit hole story. And I was at my wit's end because that's all I could think of, that I have these expensive automatic things that cost $300 and the key that you push the buttons and all that. And I thought, oh my gosh, to get a new key is going to cost me hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Well, anyway, they probably left. It was dark by the time they left. And I, at that point, just wanted to get into bed. And somehow I managed to put together a supper. I don't even remember what it was. It was something left over. And got into bed. And Cindy called and said, I think I left my jacket there. My car keys are in it. I thought, oh, no. I said, well, if I find my car keys, I'll meet you halfway tomorrow and I'll bring you your jacket. So I got into bed after I made something for Moosey. He sat out here, was watching a game. Then he came in. I was cold and I was under the covers with my head covered, just lying there, trying to de-stress. And have you ever had a moment where all of a sudden, a light bulb turns on. I threw the covers back. I said to Moose, I know where my keys are. I jumped out of bed. I went into the closet. I picked up my leopard skin vest, which I had had on the day before, went to the pocket, and there were the keys. I can't explain that moment. I could not remember that the day before. I had another scenario going in my head that I had just taken the keys off. It was strange. Have you ever had a moment like that where all of a sudden something hit you and you knew exactly where those keys were? Anyway, I did yesterday morning meet Cindy halfway and delivered her vest and her keys to her. Well, I'm out and about. It's Sunday morning. I had to meet Cindy halfway between Cindy and Matt's house and our house. Here we are, Cindy and I, meeting at Best Buy in Fullerton or wherever we are. She's exhausted, her back hurts. I love you. Thank you. So, the shopping is not too much fun. I have 2 knee braces on because my knees have been a little touchy and I just don't want to take any chances. So I think I'm on my way home now. What else did I have? Oh, I'm going to go to Dollar Tree. I need a few more things for Lizzie. So that's my rabbit hole story for the day. So besides that totally stressful couple of hours and then shopping yesterday out in the Christmas crowd, today is definitely a timeout day. But I did want to show you my Pendleton stuff because I did have my Pendleton robe on this morning when I was sitting outside. And now I have that 49ers jacket on. And I will get up and show it to you a little bit later. I don't know whether you needed to hear that story or not, but I think I feel better now that I've told you. In the little short that I did outside, I had on a Pendleton robe, and many of you said they loved my outfit. Well, these Pendleton robes, I have several of them, and I got them years ago, obviously, in a thrift shop. When I used to go thrifting with my mom, and that's kind of where I get this, which has become a pastime since I was a little girl, I guess. My mom always said, look for good labels, and so I do when I'm out, among other things. But I remember wearing a lot of the Pendleton plaid pleated skirts in college. So I always have had an affinity for Pendleton. And there is a jacket that is pretty collectible now. It's from the 50s or 60s, and it's called the Pendleton 49er. And I will stand up and show it to you later, but I have one of those on. And women can wear men's jackets as well. I prefer the men's jackets. The 49er men's jacket is a little bit larger and has fuller, straighter lines, whereas I think the woman's 49er jacket is more fitted. And I actually prefer this. But it has the patch pockets, it has big pockets at the bottom. It's not like a shirt waist. It does have the buttons on the cuffs, but it's more jacket than a shirt. Love the plaid on this one too. Now I am going to try and walk back and show you this jacket. You might not see the full me, but I'm going to see if I can manage it. Maybe put the camera down a bit. So this is the 49er jacket, and this is something I picked up at a thrift shop. I picked up all my Pendletons at thrift shops years ago. And this is also, I think, from the 60s or 70s. And it's in all the various plaids, some of the black watch, some of the red. I enjoy the red plaids the best, I think. Mostly the best. And then here, this is the one of the other robes. This robe is Moosey's. Do that in the mountains. Yeah. He used to sit by the fireplace in the snow and sip little glasses of port. And we both have Pendleton robes. See the Pendleton label in all of these. And his is red also, but more of a check. And they're all the same. The robes have big pockets. They all have shawl collars mostly, and just great. Now this is another jacket. I have two of the 49er jackets. Nope. Oh, this is my robe. Yeah, this is my robe. And as you can see, I love these labels. But beautiful, warm, try your thrift shops. You know, there are still good things left. Great pockets. I can't tell you. And of course, all these robes go to the floor. Now, I guess I have to go into the other room to get the jacket. This is the other 49er jacket, and it has the one pocket up here, two pockets below. This is another plaid. And all the buttons, by the way, on these jackets are those braided leather, brown leather buttons, also on the cuffs as well. You know, it's just amazing that these jackets are still around. But very boxy, no pleats or anything in the back, but a great, great plaid also. As part of my reflections of the day, as I'm just sort of taking it easy, and by the way, Moosey is outside right now. Sometimes I can't really express some of my feelings when he's sitting here. And I realize that I have the type of disposition that pushes myself. And sometimes I wish I weren't like that. Sometimes I wish I could just say, no, today it's just, I'm just chilling. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going here, there, whatever. But I can't. You know, life is about choices in all areas of your life. And especially, you make a choice to carry on. And I'm saying that as an 87-year-old who has a body that doesn't always want to cooperate. And I don't, I think you see me most of the time as a very energetic, on-the-go person. And I am, because I push myself sometimes to do it. But you don't see me when I come in the door and I can hardly walk because I have been food shopping or doing too much, unloading the car because nobody's around. Now, sometimes I'm lucky and Colleen is there and she'll bring all my things in for me, or Brendan is nearby. But that doesn't always happen. You know, I know a lot of you always say, but you have such a big family. Let them help you. Oh my gosh, they do. And I've told you that a million times. I have the best family in the world. When I need somebody, they're there. And even when I don't need them, they're there. But life is a 24-hour living experience. And there's not always someone there when you have to do something, where you have to get up, go into a kitchen. Like right now, I have my sink full of dishes. I haven't done dishes in 2 days, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I don't have a dishwasher, and I've made soups 2 nights in a row. I made some muffins. I've baked, and it's a wreck. It's not bothering me, and I'm so tired sometimes at night, I can go to bed with a whole sink full of dishes. I'm not compulsive like that by any means. And I know I have a lot to do today, but I might choose something else rather than go in that kitchen and do it. But you know what? I will do it because I know that it's something I must do. And when it comes down to that, whether it's doing something for Moosey, and that's, by the way, a big part of it. I know I have to do it. It's when he drops his eyeglasses or he has to do something, even if I'm snuggled up in bed, I have to get out and find them. I can't say no. So I know many of you are like that, and I hope you understand it's a choice. It's a choice to keep going on. It's a choice to, when you're tired, when you're hurting, to just say, I got to get up and I got to do this. And whether that's making supper or to do something for your spouse, you make that choice. I think our time is up with the PT fellow. He's gone. So Moosey has to make the choice to just keep on going, to keep practicing. He is very afraid of falling, as I am. My gosh, I've fallen a dozen times since I've been 80. Thank God I haven't hurt myself badly. I mean, I did get a black eye once and a few other things, hip, knees, whatever. But you can't let that get in the way, especially if you're the only one there at that time. And I honestly believe that I think the Lord gives me the strength to do those things that I say I can't do it, but I've got to. I know a lot of you are in the same boat, right? And you know what? I can recover quickly from that too. Just me. You know, I'm going to get off that subject for now. I just don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm supposed to be just relaxing and enjoying myself today, but I will make up a story in my head as I go into the kitchen and attack those dishes. I'll think of some wonderful things. I'll put on some Christmas music or something and get myself back in the spirit. Today was going to be a no Christmas day, but I still have these earrings on, and they're reminding me that my temperament will not let me forget that. I'm looking at the Christmas tree right now, which has the lights on. It's all decorated. What could be better? And I have a somewhat normal living room back here again. Well, here we are, semi back together again.
Hi, everybody. I'm home.
With Moosey down in Moosey's world. And look who's has a new home. She's not sleeping on the hospital bed anymore. Look who's here. The catnip has definitely gotten her back into a little cozy bed on the couch, but that's okay. Except there still is a lot of medical paraphernalia right down here. All sorts of wound dressings and boxes of stuff that we brought home from the skilled nursing, that we brought home from the hospital. And I have a couple of big tubs outside that I have to put a lot in there. But when the nurses come to dress his wounds, they do use a lot of this, the dressings and the saline solutions and everything here. A nurse just left this morning and changed his wounds. Not the regular nurse. Eva is off on a little vacation right now, I think. But I think we're getting to pretty much the end of that too. Moosey's wounds, thank heavens, the infections that set in and everything are much, much better. So we might be on our own again. Oh, by the way, I have to show you my new sheets too, by the way. They're cute. And I'm at the point now where I don't know whether I want to put them on because they're not flannel like the ones I have on right now on the bed, and they're really, really cozy. So we'll see. I'll still show you the sheets, though. It turns out that we have a little conflict. Margie is having her whole family up, grandchildren and all three sons and their wives, and of course Aiden, who is not married. And she wants us to come over on Christmas Day at noontime for a big lunch with the whole family there. And that would include Riley and Liz's new baby, too. But we've already seen them, but would love to see them again. But as you know, and I think I've told you, we are going down to San Diego for Christmas. So we're going to miss that. And I really would have loved to do that. We did go up to Margie's, I think, 2 years ago on Christmas Day and had a wonderful time with her whole family. You know, that's the trouble when your family gets so huge. Getting together is such a big deal. It's like 56 or 57 of us if you counted every single person in the family. And so we kind of try and see each other during the holidays in smaller doses at each other's houses. Now, if we were still living in our family home, I see a cat out there. Shamu has a new friend, by the way. I'll talk about that in a minute. But what I was just going to say, when we had our family home, in a way, that was much easier because we had this big, big house and everybody would just come to the house. And in the younger years, of course, I would prepare everything. But then as the kids got married and everything, they would all bring food too. And it was easy. Everybody would bring something. Sometimes we would get together as a huge family at Colleen's, sometimes at Dubby's, sometimes at Bridget's. But now it's a big deal. So this year we do have our big family gathering at a restaurant that we have used before, and hopefully there'll be a good representation of us all. Perhaps a few of the grandsons might have to. Some of the ones that are involved with the fire departments, they might have to be on and might miss that, but we're hoping we can see as many people as we can, and that's on the 23rd, and we're definitely looking forward to that. Well, a new friend of Shamu's has appeared on the premises, and Colleen has noticed too. There seems to be a new kitty. In fact, I was just looking out the window out here, and this particular cat seems to get along with Shamu. Must be a female because he, even though I call Shamu a she, he's really a he. I just don't know why I do that. I just do. And he has been wanting to go out an awful lot lately, and now I know why. So, you know, you don't know what to do with feral cats when they come on your property. They seem so sweet, but yet they're not too friendly. And do you feed them? If you do, then they're here all the time. And, you know, this is not just our property. Micah and Colleen, of course, it's their whole property. They live in the big house, and they might not want all these animals around. So I'll just let Shamu enjoy his time. Maybe it's just a little short affair, and the cat will get tired of him and leave. Okay, my friends, I think I'm going to close now. I hope that you are de-stressing if you're too stressed out. I hope that you are enjoying, if that's what you want to be doing right now, running around enjoying the holidays. Wrapping presents, decorating. It's a fun time, that's for sure. Thank you so much for watching all my shorts and enjoying all our videos at this time. We didn't get a chance to do the Vlogmas Christmas, which is a video every day, but I'm hoping that this has been enough for you to enjoy. We appreciate you so much. Happy Advent to everyone as we look forward to Christmas. See you real soon. Hugs and love, and God bless us all.